Hi, this is Thunder from Booredatwork.com and welcome to our battle video between the iPhone 4S and the Samsung Galaxy S2. So we're going to find out which is the best smartphone between the two, especially on the AT&T network. This iPhone is on AT&T. This Galaxy S2 is also an AT&T Galaxy S2. You can see the difference here. It's got the 3.5-inch screen. It's got the 4.3 Super AMOLED. And let's jump in and find out which is the best for you. Okay, we have our iPhone 4S and our Samsung Galaxy S2. Both devices are on AT&T. So let's look at the hardware first as we go through this battle review process and versus and see which is the best device down the road. Okay, the iPhone 4S, it's got the 3.5-inch display. It's a retina display, so you can see it's smaller in size. It's got the home button in front, VGA camera in front for video chat, or sorry, FaceTime as Apple will call it. Volume buttons, lock button. It's got the 30-pin mic and speakers. Of course, your SIM card slot, micro SIM. Got the power button, 3.5mm jack, the 8-megapixel camera with flash. So that's the iPhone 4S. Galaxy S2. You can see the touch sensitive buttons here in front. You got the 2-megapixel camera front facing for video chat. It's got this nice chrome trimming on the side, volume rockers on the left, power button on the right, micro USB for charging, data transfer at the bottom. You can see the speaker here, and you have the 8-megapixel camera with LED flash and your 3.5mm jack. Now, of course, the Galaxy S2 is a much larger phone, but it's actually lighter. The iPhone 4S actually feels a little heavier. Actually feels very weighted in the hands. For smaller phones, it feels condensed, heavy, like a little brick, and you could probably break someone's head with it. But that's just how it feels in the hand. The Galaxy S2 is very light, feels very comfortable. Also feels like something you can easily hold and not be too concerned of it breaking or anything like that. Displays, both of them have very sharp displays. The iPhone 4S, of course, has the retina display, as you can see there, and we have Super AMOLED Plus on the Galaxy S2. With the iPhone 4S, of course, it runs iOS 5, and this, of course, is running Gingerbread Android 2.3 on the Galaxy S2. Very similar in sense in operating system, the general feel, as in you do have home screens you can scroll through. Of course, the difference here, you have TouchWiz on Galaxy S2, which allows you to do the quick scroll feature, which you don't have in the iOS. You can also do that in your app tray, and there is no app tray with the iPhone. You also have live widgets. There are no widgets. The only widgets you find on your iPhone are actually the widgets that are in your notification bar, which you also have a notification bar too here on the Galaxy S2. Galaxy S2 notification bar does have power controls, so you can actually customize your your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and all that fun stuff. iOS, you don't have those features. You can only go through your notifications for, like, you see my Twitter, email, text messages, and phone calls, which you can do also the same thing here. But all your widgets are only installed in the notification bar for iOS. Meanwhile, on Android, especially on the Galaxy S2, you can actually go in, pick a widget, and you can actually resize the widgets too. It's a little, you can resize the widgets. They are live widgets, so they actually change and update as you go along within the system. So that's just the operating system at hand. Now let's take a look at the cameras. Now, a lot of people have talked about which camera is better. Said the iPhone has a great camera. You can see our camera test for both of them, and I'll tell you what I think about both in a second. But going to the camera of each device, you can see as they both open up. iOS, for instance, the camera has only 3 options. You have options to turn on and off your flash. You have options for grid or HDR, and you can switch the camera to a front-facing camera, and you can also switch it over to camcorder, and then there's a record button. So that's it. There's no image stabilization options in here, none of that stuff. So it's supposedly all built in, and we'll take Apple's word for it. With Samsung Galaxy S2, you have a plethora of options. You can, of course, turn on and off your flash. You can rotate the camera. You can switch between camera and camcorder, and you have a settings mode here, which allows you to go through different settings. You can change your shooting modes, your scene modes, so it gives you the best possible outlook for your picture. You can change your exposure. You can, I mean, pretty much what you find in a standard camera out there in the market. You can change your ISO, go from auto all the way to 800. You can change your metering, your visibility, image quality. So there's a lot of things here that actually can help you get the best picture quality out of your camera. So in our comparison, in this case, and again, you guys can take a look at the two different camera tests for both the Samsung Galaxy S2 AT&T and the iPhone 4S. The Galaxy S2 did a much better job at recording video at 1080p. It was much clearer, crisper. Also, stills were also better on the Galaxy S2 because you can customize it as to whatever settings you have. So if it's a cloudy day, you don't have to rely on the auto functionality, which usually doesn't work on any camera. You can actually mess around with it and get the best quality picture out of the camera from the phone. So the Samsung Galaxy S2 has the best camera, I think, better than the iPhone 4S in this situation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, speed test. Now, both the iPhone 4S and the Samsung Galaxy S2 are HSPA Plus devices on the AT&T network. Both are capable of, actually, the iPhone 4S is capable of 14.4 megabits per second, theoretically, and the Galaxy S2 is capable of 21.1 megabits per second on the network. So let's just do a speed test to see which is faster. I'm sure you guys are waiting for that. Okay, so it seems right now iPhone is winning at over 1.6 megabits per second, which is nothing close to the 14.4, 21.1, and the Galaxy S2 here is doing poorly at 0.3 megabits per second. All right, restarted. Do it a second time. Let's see what we have here. Now, of course, do you know that speed tests are dependent on location and coverage area? So this is not a true test of how fast the network is. It just means that right here where I am, AT&T sucks. And that's pretty much it in coverage. So again, the second one, the iPhone 4S is at 1.4 megabits per second, and the Galaxy S2 is at 0.16. And of course, doing the upload speeds in both 0.8, 0.38. Now I've gotten better results from the Galaxy S2. Maximum I've actually had is 3.1, and the iPhone 4S, the maximum I've had is 4.28. So in this case, the iPhone 4S actually does a better job at picking up faster data speeds, especially within my area. Of course, this could differ depending on what area you live in. Discount that's actually with Wi-Fi. So that's a speed test for you guys to take a look and see. All right, let's check out voice recognition. Now, everyone has been clamoring about Siri and how great it is, and let's see how it compares to say voice search with both devices. So let's search with Siri and see what we find. Look for a local pizza shop in Amherst, Massachusetts.
I found 2 public beaches a little ways from Amherst.
I'm sure you guys heard that well. I said pizza shop, not public beaches. But let's try that again. Look for a local pizza shop in Amherst, Massachusetts.
I found 5 places matching pizza shop a little ways from Amherst.
Okay, so it eventually works, but you can see it still has its own kinks. Let's try that now on the Galaxy S2. Okay. Look for local pizza shop in Amherst, Massachusetts. Ah, there you have it. It's pulling up the searches for me. So, that little simple test, I say the Galaxy S2 wins. And Siri, I'm sorry, you need to do some work. So, there you have it. Simple test, of course, not a true test, but take it as you will because you're watching this video. All right, so let's round it up and tell you which is the best device and which device wins this battle between the iPhone 4S and the Samsung Galaxy S2 on AT&T. All right, so we've gone through all the segments between the iPhone 4S and the Galaxy S2. The iPhone 4S does have faster data speeds where I live and where I work, so it's a little different. It could change for you, but in this case, in this review, iPhone 4S wins there. The Samsung Galaxy S2 has a better camera and also takes better pictures. Also, the voice recognition software. Sorry to say, in this quick simple test we had, the Google voice recognition software worked better than Siri because you couldn't find a pizza shop, which I asked it to. And yes, and then when it comes to design and weight, I think the Galaxy S2 wins. It's a much slimmer design. It's also a lighter phone. Doesn't feel like a brick. The iPhone 4S, though a very quality design, still feels heavy and weighted in your hands. When it comes to battery life, iPhone 4S slightly edges the Galaxy S2 on AT&T by probably, I'll say roughly an hour or two, but they do have very good battery lives overall. You can use them for a full day. I'm not talking about work day, but like a full day, and you you will probably drop down to about 20% or so. So overall, I say the winner of this is the Galaxy S2 because, of course, it's got a much larger screen. It's lightweight, very comfortable to use, has a better camera, and also the voice recognition software actually works well on it too. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, or you disagree, or you're Apple fanboy, or your Samsung fanboy, whatever the case may be, let us know. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It's all Booredatwork with 2 O's. So this is Nandi from Booredatwork saying thank you and always enjoy entertainment.